My son totally rejects the partner who I'm with and who I've been with for the last couple of years. He wants nothing to do with him. And I've written letters. I've talked to him face to face. I've begged, pleaded, and cried to say, would you please get to know him? You have a preconceived notion of who he is, and he's not that person.
How old's your son?
He's 30, just got married a month ago.
Okay. How, where's your son's dad, birth dad?
In Florida.
Okay. Tell me about that relationship.
Well, we were divorced about 15 years ago. I've been with another person after our divorce, probably for about 9 years. And here's where the conflict comes in. The person that I was with happens to be my new partner's best friend, or was my new partner's best friend. And all my son knows is, what a crumb. You don't do that to a friend. However, he won't listen to the story that this person, my ex-boyfriend, cheated on me in the house that he was living in, which was my house, at a remote location.
Man. So your boy has just watched mama get hurt over and over again, hasn't he?
Well, yes, I guess, but we used to be very, very tight. Yeah. And now that he's married, I sidestepped away because that's his wife is his number one person in his life, and I understand that. But I've zigged and zagged, trying to have a relationship, and my partner now feels extremely disrespected. Because there are no consequences for his rude behavior. I don't want to lose him.
I mean, my impulse here, and it may be wrong, my impulse here is that your new partner doesn't get a vote in your relationship with your adult son. What kind of rude behavior are we talking about here? Just hearing the term 9 to 5 can be a drag, so my friends at Cozy Earth are here to help make your 5 to 9 way more comfortable. I love Cozy Earth's pants and all-day t-shirts. They're soft, breathable, and super tough. And my wife loves their pajamas, and my whole family loves Cozy Earth sheets. They're super comfortable, and they keep us cool when it's hot outside. Try them risk-free for 100 nights. You can save 40% off your entire order at CozyEarth.com/Delony. What kind of rude behavior are we talking about here?
He needed his birth certificate for a marriage license. I said, well, I'll call him Dan. Dan, come on over, but Dave is here. And he goes, okay. Dave gets up to shake Dan's hand, and he just walks right away. But yet I will give him his birth certificate, and there are no consequences. And I was steaming when that happened, obviously, and talked to him afterwards, and he just shuts me down. And
I mean, he's 30 years old. What kind of consequences? Are you going to spank him? Like, what kind of consequences are you thinking of?
Consequences as, I'll do anything for him, such as he just, as I said, just got married. Was there a bankroll for that? Absolutely. And my partner was not invited to the wedding, and he felt very dissed over that. And my son just wanted his parents there, and he felt very excluded.
Yeah, tell him to get over himself, to be honest. I mean, here's the thing. The problem here is your relationship with your son, not your new boyfriend's feelings. Is your new boyfriend 50, 55? How old is he?
55.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I would want there to be some big happily ever after moment, leave it to beaver moment. And like, I would be sad about that if I was him. And also, I would understand this guy's been through a lot. This guy didn't know me. And right now, he's not interested in getting to know me. But walking around being butthurt, like, I should have got invited to. Fair, fine, but I mean, for real, I don't know, dude. I'm way more worried about you and your son's relationship.
Okay.
And you have to ask yourself the question. A, is my son's relationship, me and my son, is our relationship together, is it worth, let me put it this way. Is my relationship with this new boyfriend, is it worth severing ties with my son? Or can you and your new boyfriend have a grown-up conversation that says, yeah, he's struggling a lot. He saw my first marriage with his birth dad go south. He rallied and tried to connect with this other guy I was with for a decade and is just kind of out on it all right now.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all can do that. Or you can talk about, consequences, whatever. And by the way, you don't have to bankroll stuff. You don't have to do these things. You got to give him his birth certificate, right? But other than that, like, you don't have to pay for stuff. And so that's you asking yourself these questions.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to. And you know, with the pending possibility of grandchildren in the future, I want to be in those kids' life, and I want to be in his life. For an example, went to brunch with him on Saturday and his wife, and had a real nice time. Got home and basically he knew about it. I told him I was going, and it was as though I was being punished for having that relationship. Because, thanks for the invite. I'm like, of course you're not going to get an invitation.
Dude, this boyfriend's a baby. Tell him to get over himself.
Okay.
Like, he should be really happy that his mom has a relationship with her adult son.
Mm-hmm.
And should be sad that he's not included, but go watch a football game, dude. Go for a jog. You know, you know what I mean? And here's the thing.
Right.
If he's fully invested in you, then he's going to want you to have a close, connected relationship with your children, period. Because they come first.
Okay.
Second, he has to know, man, first dad, 15 years. Second stepdad, 9 years. I've got to prove over time that I'm all in on this 30-year-old man's mother. I'm going to love her. I'm going to honor her. I'm not going to get my feelings hurt. I'll be pissed off, fine. I'll be mad, fine. But I don't know this kid. And when my girlfriend goes and has a nice brunch with her new daughter-in-law and her son, I'll be happy for them. Good for them. You get what I'm saying?
No, I hear what you're saying, and you know what his reaction to this. It's like he should come first. He should always come first. A relationship between two people, you don't break that bond, but the bond is I can't stop loving my kids.
And anyone who marries somebody who has children knows those kids are really important.
Very important.
And just crossing your arms and going, I'm taking my ball and going home. And good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's the thing. I applaud your new boyfriend. I applaud him for trying to shake his hand. I applaud him for trying to reach out. That's the right, mature thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But your 30-year-old's not 12. He's 30.
Right.
And so now you have a relationship between two strangers, two grown men.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is hooking up with my mom. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's going to be some delicate balance to that. Now, if your son was on the phone, I would probably tell him to get over himself. But he's not, right? He's not. And I guess if anybody else, I want to tell you, you're not crazy for continuing to love your son and going to breakfast with. I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you for getting to know this new daughter-in-law. I'm proud of your son for not cutting you off. And just as a guy, I'm kind of with your son. You don't date your best friends. I don't care how long, right? You just don't do that. But I mean, that's an old guy code, and that's just ego and whatever. But I don't know. I have a little bit of
we were
recessing.
We were great friends before. Nothing inappropriate. And
I know. I'm just acting like a fifth grader right now. I'm just acting like recess, right, in the old days. I don't think they have recess anymore, but back in the old days when they let us get out of the classroom every once in a while, like there's just a code on the schoolyard, right? You just don't do that. But I get it. And I'm asking everybody to be mature. But at the end of the day, I don't think the problem right now is your 30-year-old son. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I think he drew a boundary and said, Mom, I love you, and I want to be in your life, and I want you in my life. I want you in my new marriage. I want you with my grandkids when they come along. Mm-hmm. I don't want this other man in my life right now.
Right.
And
do you think that it will ever smooth over, and over time will he? I mean, at 30 years old, you know everything. Of
course you do. You know how smart I was at 30? I was the smartest guy who ever lived. The only person smarter than me at 30 was me at 25.
Mm-hmm.
And the only smarter guy than that was me at 22. I knew everything at 22. Right?
Absolutely.
So I think the older I'm getting, the dumber I'm realizing I actually am. But like, if your new boyfriend wants a relationship with him, it's going to come slow. It's going to come over time, and it's going to come through emotional maturity.
Okay.
And that means he has to recognize I am number 3 in a long line of men who have hurt this young man's mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that. And I wish I was included. I wish I was a part of this stuff, but I'm not right now. So his relationship is not with this 30-year-old, it's with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so if this is important to you, which it should be, he should celebrate that. You having a great breakfast with your son is not some zero. It doesn't take anything away from him. He needs to be happy that his girlfriend is happy.
Thank you.
Is that fair?
Good words. Those are good words.
Okay. And he gets to be sad too. I would be bummed out. I'm such a people pleaser. I don't like it when anyone doesn't like me, much less this woman's like fam. I would get that. I get that. He gets to be sad, but he doesn't take it on you. He doesn't take it out on this 30-year-old man. Right?
Absolutely. And it's difficult in the sense that his 2 sons, which are the same age as my 2 sons, have embraced me.
Great.
So it makes it even. It makes it harder for me, or more embarrassing, or
no.
And I don't.
You don't need to own any of it. Don't own any of it, because you can't own any of it, because none of it's about you.
Mm-hmm.
You choosing to be embarrassed over this is a choice to be. It's a strange thing to say, but it's a choice to be miserable in the present. His 2 boys have embraced you. Awesome. Your son's not there yet. Awesome. It is what it is. What it is. And if both of y'all sit around wishing reality was different than it is, you're just choosing to be miserable together on the couch.
Right.
Life's too short, man.
Right.
You can grieve it. You can be sad about it. You as this young man's mother can I say 2 kind things that this man did for me recently? Mm-hmm. And your son may say, I don't want to hear it. Or he might go, go. You get 2 things, go. And you just say it, and then that's it. But if you're always calling your 30-year-old son saying, he's really heartbroken that you didn't invite him, or I think you should have, then your son's walls, his boundaries are going to get thicker and taller and more reinforced. The softening will happen when he sees this story I've made up about this man isn't totally true. The story I've made up about this man has some cracks in it, and this man loves my mom. And this man supports her joy, and right now her main source of joy is her son, his new marriage, and one day being a grandparent. And that's just grown-ups acting like grown-ups, period. So thanks for the call, sister. I wish it was different, but it's not. And I think choosing to live in reality and then choosing to be emotionally mature is the path forward.